Tina Knowles is finally opening up about her marriage to Mathew Knowles after years of staying silent. In her new memoir, she admits that she allowed Mathew to dog her out for decades. Child, let's talk about Miss Tina and Mr. Mathew, because this story right here, it's a whole soap opera with a Beyoncé soundtrack playing in the background. Oh boom, they tied the knot back in 1980. But according to Tina, the marriage was toxic before toxic was even a buzzword. She said from day one, things were rocky. Within the first year, Mathew was already acting like his vows came with a side of do what I want. Still, Tina stayed. She was holding it down, believing their love could weather the storm. She said it was us against the world. Then came Beyoncé, born in 1981, a literal star sent to this planet, do you hear me? But the drama was just getting started. Fast forward to when Tina was pregnant with Solange. That's when things really hit the fan. The marriage turned into an emotional roller coaster, moments of joy mixed with waves of heartbreak. One minute they were good, the next minute Tina was dealing with Mathew's mess. It became a pattern. He'd step out, she'd get ready to leave, and he'd come running back with waterworks and half-decent apologies. Baby, by 2009, the streets and the blogs delivered the tea before Mathew even had a chance to. Tina found out through the media that Mathew had fathered a child outside their marriage. Originally, the mother of that child was getting $12,000 a month in child support. But after Beyoncé gave Mathew the pink slip as her manager, that support dropped to $2,485. Saved by the pink slip, I guess. Ina filed for divorce that same year. But in true dramatic fashion, both of them no-showed the court date in 2010, and it was temporarily dropped. They eventually made it official in 2011, ending their 31-year marriage. Aoife moved on. Mathew married Gina Avery in 2013, and they're still together. Tina found love again too, marrying Richard Lawson in 2015, though they split in 2023. And just when you thought the credits were rolling, bam! In 2014, another woman came forward, claiming Mathew was the father of her baby girl. Now, that child was born after Tina and Mathew separated, but the math was matting. The child was conceived while they were still legally married. A DNA test later confirmed it. Mathew was the pappy. Despite all that, Tina and Mathew are cool today. They're co-parenting two grown daughters who are basically living icons. No bad blood, just a lot of lessons learned and chapters closed. Ow. Auntie, let's talk about it. Because this ain't just about Tina and Mathew. This is about a whole generation of folks who were taught to suffer in silence and call it strength. Yeah. Back in the day, marriages like this were everywhere. Staying in a troubled marriage was seen almost like a badge of honor. The elders used to say things like, "You don't just leave your husband," or "You made your bed, now lay in it." A lot of women were taught to endure, to prioritize the family image, the kids, and the man's needs above their own peace of mind. That's why you see folks married 40, 50 years, but if you ask them privately, a lot will tell you it was more surviving than thriving. And that's on God. Ain't that what y'all say now? On God. Now, some of y'all might ask, well, why did she stay for 31 years? Because she loved him. Simple and plain. She loved him. She believed in their family. She hoped things would get better. Tina wasn't the wise woman she became overnight. When she married Mathew, they were young and figuring life out, just like a lot of y'all. And if we keeping it a buck, isn't that what y'all say, keeping it 100? She probably didn't even feel like she had the space to leave. Tina came from a different time. She was building a legacy, raising Beyoncé and Solange, helping Mathew with his dreams, running her own salon and business. Now let me tell you something. That us against the world mentality? Baby, it'll trap you if you're not careful. You stay out of hope, out of loyalty, out of fear. You stay because you don't know what life looks like on the other side. And you know what? Beyoncé and Solange definitely picked up some lessons from watching their mama. Kids are sponges. They soak up everything you do more than what you say. Watching Tina endure all that betrayal likely planted some early seeds about love, sacrifice, and heartbreak. but they also learned strength. They saw their mother evolve. They watched her eventually walk away. And that, my loves, is powerful. Some of that early pain probably shaped how they love today, but they also learned about boundaries, even if they had to learn a little late. They learned reinvention. They learned that you can take your lemons and make a whole lemonade album, baby. And that's still one of my favorites. The real lesson here? It's never too late to choose yourself. That decision can come at any age, at any season of your life. Now, some folks might wonder, if Mathew hadn't gotten caught red-handed, would Tina have stayed? Honestly, she might have. And it's not because she didn't value herself. It's because she didn't yet know what life looked like without him, and maybe didn't want to find out. When pain becomes familiar, it feels normal. That's the sad part. You can get so committed to making something work that you don't even realize you're drowning. You're going under and calling it love. But that outside baby? Phew, that was the final straw. It's one thing to cheat in the shadows, where maybe nobody sees and the marriage's public image is still intact. It's a whole different game when you got a whole extra baby out here. That made it public. That made it real. That made it permanent. At that point, it wasn't just betrayal, it was consequences. And not just regular consequences. We talking repercussions and consecutions, real bad. Ain't no amount of flowers and apologies that can erase that. Now listen, there's something for all of us to take away from Tina's story. Learn to love yourself the way you've been loving everybody else. The commitment Tina showed Mathew? She deserved to show that same commitment to herself. Maybe she would have walked away sooner. Maybe she would have healed faster. And don't get me started on that misplaced loyalty. Listen, don't let loyalty become your prison. When someone keeps showing you who they are, over and over and over again, that ain't patience, baby. That's you ignoring your intuition. That's you ignoring red flags we be throwing right in your face. You deserve peace. You deserve reciprocity. You deserve to be chosen every single day. Not just when someone's scared to lose you, you hear me? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And let me wrap this up with this final truth. It's never too late to walk away and start over. Tina did it at 57 years old. After decades of heartbreak, she chose herself. And you can too. Now I don't know what y'all about to be talking about in these comments, but I'm gonna be watching. Don't come in here with no foolishness either. Gems were dropped today. It's up to you to pick them up and put them in your basket, okay? And go skipping off into your peace and your new life. Don't let me be up here dropping wisdom for nothing, you hear? Now, it's margarita time, baby. Let me go find my sour peach rings and mind my business. Would you like me to also format it into a style for Instagram captions, YouTube description, or blog article? Microphone sparkles. If yes, just tell me which one.